and welcome to My Point of View. I am your fat and opinionated host, and earlier today, this pro surfer by the name of Lenny, I believe, he sat down with CBS and he did an interview about all of this stuff that's going down in Maui. Now, I won't say that I was really surprised by any of the information that he shared, but I did find this little interview really interesting because, in my opinion, it kind of exposes the fact that we are being shown an illusion about what's happening down there. We are being fed lies. We are being fed an illusion about what's happening down there. You see, when you watch the news, they make it look as if that the people in this area are getting help. They make it look as if FEMA is helping these people. They make it look as if the National Guard is down there helping these people. But in reality, from what he says, and from what everyone else seems to be saying, they haven't gotten any help at all. He says that they have not heard from a single soul. Not one person from the government has reached out and tried to help any of them. Now, the news is painting a different picture. Like there's all of this humanitarian aid and, all of these people are getting help. But in reality, that's not happening. These people are having to help themselves. They're literally driving around the island on jet skis trying to provide people with supplies. And law enforcement is trying to stop them from doing that. There's people who need medicine, food, water. They haven't gotten any. The only help these people have received are from their own neighbors. From just people who live in the area. So while I won't say that this interview had any bombshell information, it just straight up puts it out there that we're not getting any help. I don't know what y'all are talking about. I don't know what you're showing on the news, but we're not getting any help. But instead of talking about it, let's just go ahead and watch the interview real quick. And then I'll be back with more thoughts.
Some of us, we were kind of sitting back waiting for help to arrive, and then nothing was sort of happening. We were just in shock.
But what was that tipping point for you when you realized government is not going to be able to respond the way locals can?
So when I started getting texts and messages from friends on the other side saying, hey, no one is here. Do you know anyone you can call? Can you help us? And it started off with really being boots on the ground. Okay, let's get the jet skis. Let's get the boats. Let's call friends who fly commercial aircraft and see if we can charter a plane. We just took it upon ourselves like, okay, we could probably do a full day to hold our friends and family over before the, caravan arrives with everything. And it was just like day after day. Where are they? I haven't seen, one state, one county, one federal official at any one of the donation hubs where people are most suffering. People are sleeping in their cars. People are asking for specific items now.
What does it look like if these places that are hard to get to for the public and you've been able to get to, the distribution centers, what are they like?
It's pretty remarkable seeing communities come together. I mean, these distribution centers, some of them are very chaotic because they're bringing in supplies from the ocean. There's also some very well organized areas. And you could tell everyone's trying to accomplish the same thing.
So the federal government says they're here. FEMA says they're here. Small Business Administration, the National Guard. There's been a response from Maui County, from the governor. It's very hard for anyone sitting where I'm sitting as a journalist to evaluate the response because it's closed to the public in Lahaina.
As soon as you go to the west side, all of a sudden you're like, wow, why do I feel like I'm in a third world country right now? You could go to any one of those hubs on the west side of the island and you can ask everyone there. And they'll be like, oh, we haven't seen anyone. No one came to talk to us. No one's come to assist. I wonder if the state, county, they believe we're doing such a good job, they don't need to step in. But a lot of these volunteers have been going all day, all night for 5-6 days now,
Yeah.
and are exhausted and are waiting for a handoff or at least a break. The Hawaiian people, the locals that have lived here, they just always feel like they're the last to be thought of. And they're like the foundation.
It's very hard for someone that's sitting where I'm sitting because, you know, I'm a journalist that works for the mainstream media, and I know that my bosses are lying about everything. I mean, yeah, I'm sure it's hard for someone that's sitting in your position because the people, and I'm not coming after this guy directly, but maybe, I mean, who knows? I don't know what type of journalist this guy is, but the people who are sitting in your positions, they're the ones spreading a whole different story about what's going on. They're the one trying to dunk on their political opponents and blame them for this because of climate change. They're the ones spreading nonsense. They're the ones showing a false reality to the American public. So, I mean, I'm definitely going to believe the surfer dude who seems to live or be in the area helping people, as opposed to the media that, I mean, in recent history seems to be working against the people. But like I was saying at the beginning of this video, no real bombshell information. A lot of this information I've kind of already gone over, but it's just further confirmation that we're not being told the actual truth. That portions of the truth are being withheld. So knowing that, it just makes you really skeptical about everything that's going on. And why are we still sitting here? And I say why are the people living there still sitting there waiting for help? What is taking so long? What is taking so long? I mean, every few days we're sending another billion, another 10 billion, another 20 billion to Ukraine. The people in this area need bottles of water. They need a little bit of medicine. They need a roof over their head, something. And they're getting nothing. They're getting nothing. They're having to provide for themselves. And they're even trying to block them from doing that. So the situation just continues to unravel. It's not getting any better. I'm not going to necessarily say that it's getting worse, but the death toll is rising. And I mean, we're still so many days out from this fire, and from what I'm hearing, people are just sitting, waiting, hoping that something's going to happen, but no one's come to their aid yet. Let me know your thoughts about this, though, down in the comments below. While you're down there, hit the thumbs up, hit that subscribe, ring that notification bell, and remember to always remain opinionated.